It was a brick by brick and a stone by stone. It wasn't done alone. Spirit is the welcome. You are listening to MENSTRUCTION. Greetings and salutations, my beautiful souls and spirits. Today we got one from the cut for the ladies, actually. So welcome back. You know, it's the man who's a living oxymoron because his first impression is always bittersweet. The man that you cannot wear a watch around because I always take my time. It's your man's Black Velvet.
Boy, if you don't get...
How are you? Specifically, speaking to the females, how are you? This is not me asking, although I do care. Your struggle is my struggle. Your burden is my burden. Your baggage is my baggage. Just call me American Airlines. How are you?
Are you okay?
I will be. That's a loaded question.
Are you okay?
Oh, man.
Like, okay?
Am I okay?
Am I okay?
Right now, no, but who is?
Nah, but I'm alright. I'm an event planner. Like, I haven't been okay for a couple years.
So I wonder, initially, before they asked the question, I'm just curious what context they gave, because that question can be interpreted a lot of different ways. Are you okay can mean a lot of things. Are you okay financially? Are you okay physically, emotionally? Kind of curious as to how they went into that, how they went about that.
Sadness of the world affects me pretty deeply.
This world is really scary right now. I have a partner who is trans and really afraid for her life. My partner got accosted by someone who was trying to like lift up her dress.
This whether I'm a little bitch, I'm too much, I don't give a shit actually.
Yeah.
Hey, that one the one lady, the Asian woman, and she was like, yeah, she's like, yeah, some people say I might be a bit much, but whatever. Everybody wants to be like that. But it's interesting how the first half of the group, they were all like very emotional, very vulnerable, like right on the edge about the question. I think it's very interesting how almost immediate the reaction was. It makes you think, right? I know especially the conversation now around the manosphere, but also just people, men and women both. Sometimes you just need to check in, man. Like, just check up on somebody. Like, are you good? Right? Because look at how they reacted. It just makes a difference.
I mean, no.
Are you okay? Yeah, somebody asked me that the other day and I started crying.
Wow.
Whoa. I think I've had a lot of self-realization like this last few weeks. Anxiety has been just really, like, bad.
Are you okay?
Oh my gosh, I'm gonna cry.
Bro, look at that reaction. That reaction is wild. Simple question, and it just opens the floodgates. Everyone does have their own struggle. This kind of goes back to something that I've been kind of theorizing about a lot lately. You have this seemingly universal gender debate. There's an imbalance and people aren't being respected, but that's something that seems to only exist really in the blogosphere, or people that have a little bit more privilege to worry about those kinds of things. Your everyday Americans, bread and butter economic Americans, bro, they're not worried about stuff like that. They don't have time to worry about stuff like that. There's so many other things that are more pressing. And then the things that they've stated so far are just like everyday issues. A couple of them were talking about like their jobs and their businesses. This is what people are actually worried about, both men and women. So how much does that other stuff really matter?
People don't always want the answer. I mean, this is awkward to deal with. You ask someone if they're okay and then they start crying. I lost someone pretty recently who was really important to me, and those conversations are hard for a lot of people.
Are you okay?
Ever since I started on my SSRIs,
I was able to.
What are
really helped.
what are SSRIs? What is that? I don't know what that is. I consider myself an acronym god too, but I don't know what SSRI. Suppression. I don't know.
I requested a black therapist my first time going as an adult.
She is gorgeous. Look at.
Like, I need someone to talk to that is not friends, family, or my significant other.
Have you heard of Hims and Hers?
I have not.
They offer treatment for anxiety and depression as
What
well
is
as
this?
online therapy.
Hey, I like that.
Yeah.
I like therapy. I think everyone, like every single human being, should have therapy. There's nothing wrong with that.
I stopped taking medication for a long time because I didn't have panic attacks and everything was going great. I am now back on medication for depression.
What do you say to people when they're like, you shouldn't take a pill for that?
Some people need to.
No. Hold on. Wait a minute now. Don't tell me the cut really sat up here and acted like the litmus test of, in general, a women's emotional state, and they're really about to push a product. They're marketing. They are not really pushing a drug for that. For depression and anxiety. That's crazy. I'm not mad. They got a whole production studio and a production team. I'm sure they gotta make their money.
I myself need a little assistance.
People are insecure about carrying their medication in their bags and things like that. So having something like this that's super discreet and kind of cute is great.
Are you okay?
Today, yes.
I'm okay today.
Today,
Yeah, she
Things
said,
good.
right
she
now in
said
this
today.
moment, I would have told you no.
What's helped you get out of the tough spot?
A
Man, she
lot
got
of
some
crying.
teeth in her mouth.
I allow myself to cry.
Working out.
Meditate.
Faith in God. I attend a center for spiritual living.
As we're moving forward with some of the issues that we're facing right now as a country, and also just with Gen Z and Zillennials kind of coming into adulthood, focus and concern for spirituality is something that's becoming more important, and I think it should be. And it seems like, or at least I hope, we're moving in a direction where that conversation about what spirituality actually is and what it stands for and what it can do for you outweighs the political ramifications. It has nothing to do with that, right? It's about truly feeling like there is a higher power, something beyond yourself, beyond you, so you don't feel the pressure of everyday challenges, right? Because there are a lot of things that we as people just still don't understand and just can't wrap our minds around. And so it helps a lot to have something that you believe is beyond yourself, beyond the material empirical world around you. People fuck up a lot, and it's happening right now. We're seeing it. It's a lot of stuff. So I think it's very important and interesting that when asking what some of them do to feel better, there was a lot of spiritualism in there and believing in something higher. Even meditation, which is, I would consider like getting in touch with a more divine energy, again, beyond yourself. It's a big conversation that's happening right now.
That.
Besides being autistic, I also have ADHD,
Gosh.
something that I used to always think was a character flaw, and it wasn't until maybe over the last 2 or 3 years that I realized it wasn't.
I've
Damn.
spent the last 3 years getting sober and
She got hit
working
with the
my
bundle.
program to be okay.
No, I don't. Nah, I don't. Not like. Never mind. Move on. Move on. Move on.
Yes.
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 I'm okay.
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 I feel good.
Okay. We got some
It
yeses
was a
in
pretty
there.
good week. I got a new job. I recently quit my day job.
Okay.
I've removed the people that were truly toxic in my life. I have great men that I see. I don't have to be with them all the time, which is good.
Are you okay?
Whoa, wait. Hold on, yo. She said multiple men that she sees, but she... Is that what she just... Hold up. Run it back.
The people that were truly toxic in my life. I have great men that I see. I don't have to be with them all the time.
I think that's what she said. It's not like she said, I have great men that I see, but I don't have to see them all the time. She living her best life. She said, I'm talking to Gerald, Chad, Charlie. You know, we go out. We have a nice ice cream cone. We walk to the dog park. But I keep them on a schedule. She said, I got a rotation still. Okay. She is okay.
Honest, complete.
Yo, look at these frames. I can't even talk. Look at my frames. But look at... Guess some of them styles trying to come back, bro. I don't know. I don't know, bro. I wouldn't say... I mean, she might be okay. Her eyesight is not, for sure. Not with those. Golly, she got 2 Game Boy screens on her face.
Oh, I'm not okay.
Why?
I've just recently come to the realization that a lot of people kind of see me as like the party friend and not really like the friend. I'm about to cry.
That's why. Can I just say, no prejudicial, but like, she just got that look. She got that look like she definitely knows her way around that kind of function. Like, I feel like I've seen a couple of hers at a few Atlanta house parties, you know?
It's kind of hard as an adult, like seeing people have solid friend groups and trying to find one for myself, or build one for myself.
Are you okay?
Thank you for asking.
Oh my gosh.
I think for the most part, I am okay. Depression and PTSD is unfortunately something that I will always have with me. A lot of people in my life have walked out on me or turned their back on me because of suicide ideation. I think
It's just something to be said about... There's more to it than a lot of the surface level conversation that's going on in this manosphere, red pill, black pill, fentanyl. I don't know what y'all taking, bro. It's the drugs. All of that, like, there's more to it than a lot of what the surface level conversation gets turned into. And it's, you're angry or you're bitter or you're entitled. And it's like, what are we even considering what's going on in people's mental state? Like, what you're actually dealing with? Are we peeling back the layers of what you're actually going through and why you might react the way you do, even when you might seem to have the ideal lifestyle? We gotta have those conversations, bro. It's too easy to run away with the talking points and the narratives.
Now, don't have the time to do it. I know I should make time, but it's hard to do that.
If you're interested, you can go to their website. There's no in-person visits needed.
Oh, nice.
Secure messaging with a healthcare provider.
All right.
Really?
All right.
That's convenient.
Direct to
That's
consumer
really nice.
advertising. All right. I think that one of the major takeaways from this, understand that both men and women, your everyday working class Americans, your bread and butter economic Americans, are holding on to a lot of trauma and a lot of pain, and there's a lot of vulnerabilities on both sides. There's a lot of things that are being repressed. As you can see right there from how it's presented, there are a lot of things that women are also harboring, feelings that they are harboring that they too are trying to work through, and that in many ways is affecting their day-to-day processes, their thought processes, I'm sure their decision-making skills. Now, at the same time, that's not to dismiss that, yes, there are more spaces and opportunities for women to express those things than it is for men. And of course, we can't dismiss the just overall set bias between a man's expression of his emotion and a woman. Also, the reception of what they are saying and what they're dealing with would also be different. So I think that matters. So I think the big takeaway is get out of that blogosphere infighting gender boxing debate. So think about the people that you see online that have a lot of these inflammatory views and are, loud and boisterous and expressive in this seemingly vitriolic way. Think about their pain too, right? Which I know is hard because a lot of these people go above and beyond to make a point and to shit on others to, I guess, try to ensure that they feel the pain they feel. But you gotta think about what they're going through, right? Think about what they're sitting on, and the bigger thing, right? How when one side's fighting the other side and you really have the same pains and traumas, you're only making it worse for both sides. Because the common thing that I heard here amongst all the women, and what also is coming from the men now, they're not getting the proper treatment for these things, right? They're not getting the proper professional help to deal with those things, and instead they're just remaining strong and carrying on, which is not really working, obviously, because it's only so long that you can carry a lot of that stress before it starts to break you down to the point where just the question of asking, are you good? How are you? Reducing people to tears. No, I'm gonna call you out for a second. Now, granted, I think what they were trying to do was virtuous, and I think they were trying to, of course, shine light on a lot of the internalized pains and traumas that women deal with. But I also feel like they kind of played into part of the issue a little bit by pushing the drugs. Now, I don't know about anything really about the him and hers company. From the little bit they were saying about it, it seems like they offer some kind of supplement or something that I guess assist with anxiety and depression and those kinds of things. Now, I don't know if you have to get a consultation or evaluation before. That's part of the problem too. There has to be a change in the culture and the conversation, but also the habituation behind these things, right? And what are we subjecting ourselves to? What challenges do we have? How can we prevent some of those things from happening, but also how we adapt, right? Because naturally, as humans, we're supposed to be adaptive. But in a lot of ways, we don't learn the mechanisms or are put in the right kinds of situations to learn to adapt. And so that's one thing I wish that they would have focused a little bit more on, because I feel like they glossed over that in regards of picking the pill to palliate. Ooh, the alliteration was fire.
No bars.
None.
Not a bar.
People are much quicker to run to the drug alternative instead of putting in the necessary work to actually deal with and reconcile with the pains and the fears and the anxieties and everything, the trauma that goes into that. Trying to help the problem because clearly the drugs work if they're being pushed out that way. And some people do need that. There were some people in the video who said that they do take certain things that helps them, but that can't be the blanket solution, and it isn't. Because even with that, even with the people who take drugs, I'm sure there are still things that they have to do in regards to their habits and behaviors to also assist. So the drugs are really supposed to supplement, hence why they're called supplements. They got to pay their bills too. They got a production team, so I get it. Be more sympathetic, but also be more aware. Of course, we feel like, in a lot of ways, quite literally, we hold the world on our shoulders. But that's not to say that there isn't pressure on the other side too. And that's not to say that there aren't things that are weighing down our sisters. So it's easy to get caught up in our struggle and what we're going through and the challenges we're having. Don't get caught up in just your struggle and forget to check in on those around you. Because it's a group effort. Everyone has to pitch in to help. You have to help you first, but you need help from others to help you help you. This is one of those areas where you can make a connection and be of actual value. We always ask them, what do you bring to the table? But this is one of the valuable things outside of your money that you as a man can bring to the table. So it's okay to believe what you do, but always think twice before you accept it as true. And when you combat it, don't forget to say, however, comma. I've been your host, Black Velvet, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Thank you.